My name is Pearson. I'm an artist based in Peckham. It's interesting how you end up documenting somewhere that you never expected to. I mean, I started painting Peckham a long time ago, long before I actually sold the work, and I realised and through people's observation that I was actually documenting the change that's happening, you know, in the architecture and the gentrification and just the different people's coming in. It's something that I didn't realise I was doing in such a way, but it's really apparent in the work. Off and on during the lockdown, when I had to self-isolate, so I couldn't go to my studio, and found myself working from my kitchen table a lot more than I used to, and found it quite interesting because I tend to work on a number of paintings at once. I have a lot of ideas going on at the same time, and what I was really interested in last summer was after lockdown, there was a different feeling on Rye Lane where I had my studio. They'd stopped the traffic, and it had such a different feel. It was like a real sort of promenade, and I really liked it. And I did a lot of drawing and painting down there. The shops, I think only half of the shops were open. So people were collecting out in front of the shops. They were cooking, they were sitting, they were catching up, they were selling stuff. And I really wanted to capture that atmosphere. For me, Rye Lane has been a really interesting source of inspiration because of its diversity and the people that occupy it. I come out of Rye Lane from an alleyway for my studios, and it's quite a small entrance, and I'm always knocked out every time I come out of that entrance because I'm always trying to capture it. And for me, I've never quite scratched the itch, you know. I'm always trying to capture it, and there's always more. I have a sort of love relationship with Peckham Station because of its architecture and its grandness. And I was waiting in the waiting room for a train, and I looked out the window, which is actually quite hard to get to. You're not meant to, you have to go behind the bench. It's quite an obstacle sort of course to get. And I looked out the window and I saw this beautiful angle of Peckham Station that I'd never seen, and with the light, which is quite dramatic. So I started to sketch and paint up there. There was no one, very few people use that small waiting room, and because it's a winter place, so in the summer no one was in there. So, and I loved it. And I did quite a bit of work up there last summer. The open house is over 2 weekends in May, and I've been doing it pretty much constantly for about 5 years, or maybe a bit longer. I really enjoy it. The last couple of years have been a very different experience for me because, well, last year we had no one in. This year there's a possibility that people can come in very small numbers, but I think what I miss is a house full of people talking and chatting and drinking, neighbours in. I really miss that energy, and just, you know, I know, you know, it's going to come back one day, and I can't wait. Yeah. So in the meantime, this is it.